Hello everyone, it's Alina. Welcome to my Soap General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers report for Tuesday, January 30, says that Ava Jerome felt a little uncomfortable by the beefed-up security on sunny Corinthos Island, but she was grateful Avery Corinthos was well protected with a guard and her nanny. Talk turned to the questions Avery had been asking regarding Mana Corinthos, so Sunny realized he needed to meet with Avery and asked Ava to stay. Avery was bewildered about Nina's sudden withdrawal from the penthouse, but Sunny offered a vague explanation about things being complex for adults, and said Nina would be living apart from him for a while. When Avery wondered if she'd see Nina again, Ava piped up to soothe her and pointed out that Nina still loved her just as much. Sunny thanked Nina once they were alone again, and evaded Ava's own inquiries about where things stood with Nina. Meanwhile, Dex saw one of Sunny's security guys unconscious at the gate and instantly grew frightened. After Dex grabbed the radio to notify Sunny about a guy down, Sunny helped Ava run for cover. At GH, Laura Collins delivered Portia Robinson, Curtis Ashford and Marshall Ashford news on Esme Prince being heading for Paris. Portia quickly tried to get in touch with Trina Robinson over the phone, but she only received her voicemail. Laura also tried to reach Spencer Cassadine, but the connection had too much static to get any type of warning across. Later, Curtis and Portia made preparations to join Laura aboard the ELQ jet, so they were all Paris-bound. Next, Spencer surprised Trina on a ship and talked about plans to cruise down the Seine before they remained the night in Normandy. Trina opened up about how much Spencer had transformed her world for the better, but he felt like that was even truer for him. Spencer declared he'd love Trina forever before they exchanged a sweet kiss. Once Spencer took Trina to their room for the night, they made love before he got up to buy them some munchies. Over with Esme, she had a syringe and duct tape in her luggage. Esme ultimately slipped on board the ship and knocked out a ship employee before hauling him away. Spencer walked along and saw a trail of blood, so he looked worried, and back in Trina's room, she was taken aback as Esme entered and stared at her. At Pentonville, Anna Devane and Jordan Ashford met with John Brennan, who wanted full amnesty and all the charges dropped in exchange for information. Anna argued that Brennan's life was more valuable than his independence, and worried how long he'd endure if Sunny Corinthos sent someone after him. Brennan ultimately consented to offer up info, so he talked about the 500 mixed weapons that the WSB confiscated in 2019 before they went missing. The weapons were stolen and were now being sold at a high price, thus Brennan proposed discovering the seller would lead to the shooter. Brennan claimed he had given everything he knew, but it still sounded like he was playing games when he told Anna that he'd see her soon. At the courthouse, Hamilton Finn persuaded Martin Gray not to pursue the new plan since he couldn't risk Mrs. Muldoon facing jail time. After Tracy Quartermain had a small conversation with Mrs. Muldoon in the corridor, Mrs. Muldoon urged Diane Miller to dismiss the lawsuit. Diane performed everything her client asked, therefore the judge eventually dismissed the case. Mrs. Muldoon sought to talk with Finn privately and apologized because Tracy told him about Mr. Muldoon setting him up. Since Finn was so understanding about the whole incident, Mrs. Muldoon said she'd never forget his kindness and thought Violet Finn was blessed to have him as a father. Elizabeth Baldwin witnessed the incident nearby and congratulated Finn for having compassion, but Finn insisted he was no hero. As for this whole incident, Finn recognized that he wasn't defined by becoming a doctor, and that he'd be OK as long as he always had his loved ones. Gregory Chase was skeptical of what Tracy did, so he grilled her about the significant payment to Mrs. Muldoon's fundraising website that just happened to come in precisely when the case was dismissed. Tracy and Gregory spoke in hypotheticals, but he basically thanked her for being a good friend to Finn and felt he owed her a debt, one Tracy believed she'd ever pay on. General Hospital spoilers claim Finn's legal drama is now ended, so stay tuned for details on what plot might be coming up next for him. General Hospital spoilers for Wednesday, January 31, state that Carly Spencer will offer reassurance to her colleagues at Crimson, as there'll allegedly be some questions about whether she can manage taking over for Nina Corinthos. However, Carly will have great ideas to make the magazine even better, starting with a collaboration that she'll present to Tracy Quartermaine. It looks like Carly will aim to strike a new contract between Crimson and Deception, so she'll suggest this is an opportunity that Tracy can't afford to miss. There'll also be a meeting at Deception about Carly's offer, so Maxie Jones will push for information as she sits with Sasha Gilmore and Brooklyn Quartermaine. Sasha and Maxie may be uneasy about moving forward with this agreement, since they'll undoubtedly feel like they're betraying Mena. Nevertheless, business is business, therefore Maxie and Sasha might also have to accept that this offer could be highly lucrative. Although Tracy will have some qualms about Carly's Crimson takeover, can she finally reach an understanding with her? Meanwhile, Nina will presumably talk to a reporter, but she'll keep her answer brief and insist that's all she has to say on the record. Over with Lois Cerullo, she'll corner Olivia Quartermaine so they can talk. Lois would concede that if she left it up to Olivia, they might never talk again. That would hurt Lois' heart, so she'll want to straighten things out with Olivia on Wednesday's GHA episode and get their friendship back on track. In Puerto Rico, Sonny Corinthos and Dex Heller will do everything they can to safeguard Ava Jerome during the shootout that's on the verge of erupting. There will be some tense moments as Ava and Sonny continue to seek shelter, while Dex returns fire on the threat that's spreading pandemonium. Ava will stress at an enemy targeting them all the way in Puerto Rico, and will no likely fret over Avery Corinthos' safety as well. In Paris, Spencer Cassadine just noticed a trail of blood aboard the ship, so he should ultimately realize Esme Prince knocked out the employee on board. In the meantime, Esme just cornered Trina Robinson alone, so they're on the point of having a massive clash. Spencer will ultimately come face to face with Esme again as well, so she'll warn him about the dreadful things that are going to happen if he doesn't do precisely as she says. You can guarantee Spencer will step up to protect Trina at all costs, so he'll be willing to sacrifice himself if need be. All that'll important to Spencer in that moment is Trina's safety. Esme brought a syringe and duct tape, so those items will certainly come into play at some point. Will Esme subdue Trina while she deals with Spencer? Regardless, things aren't looking bright for Spencer since this will be his final air date, at least until Nicholas Alexander Chavez's leave of absence is finished several months from now. Will Spencer get sent overboard after tangling with Esme? Could Trina regain consciousness and assault Esme from behind in the end? We know Trina will somehow turn the tables on Esme in a wonderful moment of vengeance, so that's vital to keep in mind. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Spencer may be presumed deceased soon enough, so remain with us for updates on the heartbreaking news that's ahead for his loved ones. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please click like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.